Hi, this is Yasmita Megan from Yazzii International, and I'm the designer of the Yazzii craft storage bags. Today, I'm going to take you into the world of knitting and crocheting amongst our wide range of products that we've been supplying over the last 20 years. These are all handcrafted bags in India, and they're made on a treadle machine. So we do know that people love the bags, they respect them, they appreciate the quality, they're very labor intensive. And I'm going to go straight into our crochet hook organizer. The style number on our website is CA241. Okay, this is our crochet hook organizer. It's been in our range for the last 10 years, and I'll just show that to you. It's got a little label on it. You've got a very generous Velcro at the back that works quite well. And what I'm going to show you now is the internal of the bag. Okay, so what I've done here is given you a pocket along the side that'll give you some room to keep your tools, some threads, stitch markers, anything that you might need, a marker pen. I think that gives you some extra room to keep your accessories and little notions. And on the left-hand side, I've got two pockets, one above the other, where you can keep smaller items that you might need for your crochet projects. And the other clever little idea in this bag is behind these two pockets, we've added a full pocket in here. We just wanted to make sure we've used every area of the bag to give you total functionality. And somewhere, we all have so much to place everywhere, and this works really well. So there's a nice zippered pocket in here. You've got the two pockets, one above the other. You've got the full larger pocket on this end, and it's enough for you to keep your minor bits and pieces. So let's go now to the actual part where you're going to store your crochet needles. When we initially designed this bag 10 years ago, the ergonomic hooks and the larger hooks were not in play. They were not available easily, and very few people purchased them. So we made this bag to suit everyone that does mainly crocheting using standard hooks. Now, what we also did is we've got two rows in here. So you've got a higher row, and then at the end, you can put the second row of needles. So that gives you more functionality, more hooks for you to place in there. We've also thought about this very well, and we said, if you were going to shut your bag, we don't want your needles to fall off. So we've given you a little quilted cover that protects your needles totally. So when you do shut your bag, it's sort of in a way protected. It's a perfect bag. All we hear is that this is probably one of the best crochet hook bags, giving you total functionality. But because we're here today, 10 years later, and I'm trying to demonstrate the bag as closely as I possibly can, and there seems to be sometimes a question around the larger hooks that are out there in the market that you might want to store in here. So the options you have, we do have another bag that we did introduce, but since discontinued, not because it didn't work, but it was more that we had to clean up our range and make sure that we have as few bags as possible, because having 40 bags in 3 countries in warehouses in 7 colors, we have to be aware of the numbers as well and our stock inventory, etc. So this is a bag that I had a lady come to me in America, and she said she purchased this 9 years ago in Sydney, in Darling Harbour, loves her bag for her crochet hooks. but since then did purchase larger hooks. So she said, anyone using this bag, suggest to them that I was able to unpick this area. So if you're looking at these bags, she was able to unpick and give herself extra room in here. So she was able to place her larger hooks comfortably in here. So that's important that you're saying it, that you are able to do that. And if you feel you want to rather keep some of them in this pocket, if that's all you've got, 2 of them or 3 of them, there's plenty options. You just need to use your imagination and the bag. It was never made for any of that bag. It was made for the smaller hooks. And it's just turned up that she came to me and showed me her bag that was in a handbag. And I thought that was quite a clever way of managing her bag for the 2 types of hooks. Now, this is to give you an indication of what we've got, something as large as this in here. We've got something as a little wide like this. You can unpick some of these. There's a lot of flexibility, but it's never going to be that 100% just because it's the type of hooks that you use. There's such a variety out there. But the fact that we've given you all these extra room, the extra pockets, if you look at it from a distance, and you've got this option to keep your larger hooks in here. You can also keep it in this pocket. And you can cover this up at this stage. Shut the bag the way I've suggested, and you've got this Velcro pocket. This should really be perfect for you 20 years later to pass this bag with all your crochet hooks to whoever you want to as a gift. And I know the bag will last the distance. So have a look at the quilting around it. You can embellish the top of the bag with anything that you might choose to. And I know you'll enjoy it as a crochet hook bag. I'm going to now take you to the next bag, the one that I was looking at for the larger hooks that we introduced for a few years and finally discontinued it because I had to make some quick decisions around it. So this is the bag that we had for larger crochet hooks. Now, just to let you know, we've got very limited supply in Australia. They're just available in Australia right now. We've got a few in black, a few in navy, 1 green, and 1 burgundy. We've not carried this color of fabric for the last 3 to 4 years as well. We've introduced now a bright red, but this is a discontinued item now available to you on our website at $35 if you'd like that. So this is 2 horizontal pockets in here. Again, I've put the larger hooks just to give you an idea of space. And in these, we've got these elasticized little pocket slots in here to keep your larger hooks. So this should give you a very good indication of what we were thinking of when we designed it. And in the last pocket, I kept that extra little room in here for your standard hooks. I thought you might still have a few of them. So I decided to keep 1 area for you still with your standard hooks. These are all your larger hooks. Excuse me. And at the end, I've given you a full pocket in here that will keep your little other accessories in here. And this should give you an idea of the way the bag looked. This is just a little insert. As I said, we have none available in the US or Europe. We have 10 available in Australia at $35. And I can assure you it's a great price for the amount of labor to make this bag on a treadle machine for you. They will accommodate your larger hooks. Please contact us on our website or write us an email. As I said, we've got a few in navy, a few in black, 1 in burgundy, and 1 in green left. So I'll move past this bag because it is a discontinued bag and I've got other products in our knitting and crocheting areas to show you. The next bag will be our knitting needle case, our CA190. I'm going to do a little video for you on that bag. Very popular needle case. What has happened is I've noticed in the US and in Europe, a lot of people have started using circular needles instead of straight needles. But there are many times that people are still asking about these, and I wanted to show it to you. We will continue in Australia since it's still used across the board. What I've done here is given you lower hooks in here to give you that room to, so you can see that you've got your little slots in here. So you've got 2 rows. You've got the larger ones in here. We've given you lots of room on both sides. You can keep some circular needles on either of these pockets. It was made to be a longer needle case, so it wasn't meant for circular needles, but at least you've got the options to use it. They're also used for paint brushes and stuff. If anyone who's painting, they might use it for their paint brushes. I think it works very well. A lot of people ask me how many knitting needle sets does it fit? Well, it's really hard to say that because everyone's got larger and fatter and thinner needles. So it's a question of what you do and how you save them and protect them and keep them stored in this bag. So you will enjoy this bag, I know, if you're collecting your needles. And we've given you this area on the top. So when you fold it and turn it, you've got it protected and nothing's going to fall off the bag. So this is our knitting needle case. The style number is CA190. And I'll play a little video clip to show you the bag. Product in our catalog and our website. It is very popular. This came up with people asking for specific bag for circular needles, and I know we've done very well with it. So this is a Velcro strap in here in front. And what we've done is we've prepared a book binder for you. So in here, we've given you some pockets for anything that you might have, your notions and accessories. We've also given you a pocket, a hidden pocket at the back to keep maybe a scissors or anything that you might need. And in here, what we've tried to do is prepare lots of pockets in each section to fill as many circular needles that you might have. And I know people are lifting them, they're filling them up with almost 10 or 12 of them in each pocket. I just didn't have as many to show you. And they put little labels on each of them to mark them properly. And it does work. This is a very popular style in the US right now, and everyone comes back and tells me it's worked brilliantly for them. Now, I just didn't have enough items in here to fill them for you, but you will see that you can view all your circular needles, find what you're looking for. And again, I've put a plastic pocket in this edge. I've given you a hidden pocket on this end as well. And it works very well. So imagine you're filling up this bag with lots and lots of circular needles, marking them to your needs, finding them when you're looking for them, when you're working on certain projects. And this is like a real book, a filing system of all your circular needles. You will find that quite a useful little bag, but do look at it on our website closely. And we will also be playing a little video clip to show you this bag now. Okay, the next product I have is our little knitting tote that we've introduced in the last 18 months. Often I have customers come back and tell me, look, we go to work, we're on the train station, we're in the trains, we're traveling, we just want something comfortable that we can walk about with little projects and have everything we need for our knitting. So what I did is, if you look at it sideways, yep, that's the zipper. And I think we can need to raise it a little bit more, the camera. And so this is the front of the bag. And I've given you the little plastic pocket in here so you can keep your little pieces in here. At the back, we've given you the same area. You can stash in your little projects. You can put your little jumper or whatever you need to. And in here, in the middle of the bag, you can keep your wool, your knitting yarn, whatever you need to. And in here, we've got a pocket that keeps your needles just at the edge. So lots of room in here for small projects. You know, you are knitting some socks, a tiny little project. I think it works quite well. It fills quite a bit. And the best part, the feature of this is it's a crossbody handle. So when you think of this bag, it really works as a little shoulder bag as well. It's over your shoulder. You can cross it along your body. So when you're traveling, you can keep it with you, alongside you, even at home. If you are working with it, you can keep it over your shoulder and be knitting on the go. So if you're sitting in at night watching television, you've got everything in front of you, the yarn being drawn from the center of the bag. There's a place for your needles in here. And it's a fabulous little quick runaround single bag, a small project. It does work. Now, if you're looking for the sizes of the needles that work, it's a standard needle. I don't have the particular inches on it. But if you look at this bag, it's 14.5 by 7.85 by 4.5 inches. And the size in centimeters is 36 by 20 by 11.5. So I'm going to just quickly measure this maximum size of the needle that's sitting in there. So it gives you an idea of the number of inches. It's 13 inches. So this particular needle is 13 inches and it fits comfortably in the bag. You can shut the bag and carry it off where you need to. So I think it's something that you might want to look at for a small project. They make a beautiful gift for Christmas for family and friends who do some knitting. And it's not something that you have to go outside. You can be using it around the house. Keep it protected from the dogs and the cats as well. It's a great idea. So the next bag I'm going to show you now is our project folder. And I'm going to the style number for that bag is CA540. So this is a folder that it was meant to be just a little project bag. Sometimes you might feel you want to keep some of your projects in here. What I will tell you is it does have a Velcro in there. This is the one bag that does have the Velcro, which might be a disadvantage for anyone who's doing any knitting and crocheting because you don't want the threads to be around this. But it's up to you. I mean, I'm just offering it as an additional option for your little projects. So if you're looking at this, it's quite wide. It's got a lot of product in there. This is the yarn that goes in there. I've got some books in there. So at the end of it, you can just put it against the Velcro and you've got a little project folder. Now, in this case, it does not come with this pattern on it. I have a very good friend of mine, Sue Howie from Indigo Niche Designs in Brisbane, Australia. She is also a vendor at this show, and she's definitely done classes on this burrow embroidery. It just gives you an idea of how you can embellish this bag further and make it your own and personalize it. So I think it's a good idea for you. And from here, we'll move to the last product for our session today. But before I do that, I'm going to show you another idea how someone has embellished this bag. On this bag, I'll get the camera ready for you. I'll just take that out. Let's leave that aside. So what this does is you've got a pocket in the front which can keep your needles, full-size needles across the front. I'll go back and find some needles for you in a minute. And the next pocket we've got is your area to keep other little items, your craft accessories, your stitch markers, your scissors. I think we'll just need to raise it a little bit more so we're seeing the full picture of this bag. You've got lots of pockets. You've got two horizontal here, two larger pockets at the bottom. And you've got this larger pockets. All of them are double-sided zippers. So you'll find that works very well, because we do need other craft accessories apart from our knitting projects. So this, to recap on this one, I'm going to go back and show you. You can keep some of your straight needles in this bag as well in the front pocket. Then you've got this extra area. And what I did in the back, I'll go to the center area, the project area in a minute, but in the back, okay, you can keep your books, your magazine, your pattern books in here. So I felt I wanted that all-in-one concept for knitters. Often they'd say, we'll get a needle case, and then we'll get the knitting bag. Then we do socks knitting. We'll have a smaller bag. This is the total package, the best you're going to get from a knitting bag perspective. We've had it for many years, and it works brilliantly. Now, as far as the center area, I want to show you. So what we've done, we've made 6 slots in here. So if you look at these, let me just show you. This is, if you've got some wool, for example, just going through this again. We will show you the insert again, because I think it's important you see how it all works together. You've got 6 pockets in here that you can keep your wool, and in the middle area, you can keep your whole project. I don't think it's as clear as it should be. I think you need to see the insert, and it might work for you, because it was packed quite differently during the time of photography. So that's the center of the bag, and we'll play the insert again for you so you can see the internal when all the pockets are filled with wool and cardigan inside. What we did is we've got one very good quality hardware on this side and on this side. So when you're looking at the bag, let me just it becomes a perfect balance on your body, because you've got the straps on both sides against each other on opposite ends, and that allows it to rest on your body very well, and it doesn't sort of lean over or turn over or anything. I often hear that this has been one of the best knitting bags I've created over the years. We have no intention of discontinuing this, because it has worked as a total package for all knitters who go places with their projects, their needles, their stitch markers, their craft accessories. You might have a second project on the go, and it is a brilliant bag. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all our knitting and crochet bags today. I'm going to go back and show you something now, is that we have a very detailed catalog on our website under the media section on the home page, and you will find there'll be lots of time-lapse videos. You can go into our craft area where we've got inspirational ideas of what people have done with these bags. There's so much to see, and they're all very exciting. They're well put together. It's taken us 20 years to get here with design, workmanship, the fact that they made in India and nowhere else. They manufactured with a lot of labor on treadle machines, and I do hope you enjoyed this session of our knitting and crochet bags. Now I'm going to leave you today with just some testimonials of what people feel about our bags, what they talk about our bags, and our catalog again, to give you an idea of what we're really about. For those that don't know me, many of you already use our bags, and I thank you for your loyal support over the last 20 years. And I'm glad we've been here today to show you the bags up close and personal. Thank you.